Imagine a world that had just come out of a devastating conflict, World War I. Instead of learning peace, the wounds were still open. In that tense atmosphere, extreme ideas began to grow, and ambitious leaders emerged, most notably Adolf Hitler, who promised to restore Germany's glory at any cost. In 1939, Hitler decided to act. He invaded Poland, and that single move was like a spark that ignited a massive fire. Britain and France quickly declared war, and thus began World War II. It wasn't an ordinary war. It was as if the entire world split into two sides. One seeking expansion and control, the Axis, and the other fighting to stop them, the Allies. Now imagine cities being bombed day and night, armies moving across continents, and massive battles fought on land, sea, and air. In the East, brutal fighting broke out between Germany and the Soviet Union, especially in Stalingrad, where the course of the war began to change. In the West, Britain held firm despite bombing. Then came a moment that shook the world. Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, bringing the United States into the war. From that point on, the balance of power slowly began to shift. Years later, a nerve moment arrived when Allied forces landed on the beaches of France in the Normandy invasion, signaling the beginning of the end for Nazi Germany. But the end was no less harsh. In 1945, a weapon the world had never seen before was used, the atomic bomb. It was dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, leading to Japan's surrender and bringing the war to a close. When the guns finally fell silent, the world was completely changed. Millions were dead, cities were destroyed, and new global powers had emerged. Out of the ashes, United Nations was established in an effort to prevent such a tragedy from happening again. That was World War II. Not just dates and events, but the story of a world that slipped into chaos and then tried to find its way back.